Welcome to the Robert C. Williams Museum of Papermaking Paper Play Activities. My name is Anna and I'm the Education Curator for the museum. Today I'm going to be taking you through a series of paper tricks, and some of the tools that you're going to need today are a pen or pencil, ruler, scissors, and tape or glue. So let's get started. For our first trick today, we have the impossible paper. You can see there is just one tab on top here, yet there are two missing rectangles. So how is this possible? So to start out, you're going to need an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that you've cut in half. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to start by making a line down the middle right here at 4.25. So you'll see I've already done this on the other side of my paper here. I've got my line. And then I have that same 4.25 distance here right in the middle. And I'm going to make 3 cuts. So now that I have my 3 cuts, the way I turn this into my possible paper is I simply twist my paper. So I took it from this way and I twisted it. And I am going to fold it so that it's even with this edge and then back the other direction. So it's even with the other edge. And there I have my impossible paper trick. For my next trick, I'm going to use a 1" by 11" strip of paper. I'm going to glue my end here. And then I want to twist my paper a couple times there. Give it a good full twist. You'll see it has a full loop right here in the middle. And then I'm going to start by cutting, just pinching the end of my paper there, and I'm going to cut down the middle. And you'll notice now that I have 2 interlocking loops. For my next trick, I'm going to use 2 strips of paper that are 1" by 11 inches, and I am gluing these together perpendicular right in the middle here. And I am going to go ahead and loop together my first yellow strip right here. I'm going to hold that down for a second. And then I am going to glue together my other loop. So I have 2 loops of paper going opposite directions. And I'm going to do the same thing I did for the last trick and cut right down the middle of my strip. And it looks like I have one little edge that came unglued here. So I will just hold that back down together. Alright, so now I have 2 loops with 1 piece in the middle, and I'm also going to cut down this strip here. So now I have a rectangle of paper. Next up, I'm going to show you how you can take a single sheet of paper and make it into one huge giant loop of paper. So I started here with a sheet of colored computer paper that I have folded in half. So my fold line is right here. And then I've measured a line every half an inch all the way down my page. And you'll notice that I go from, this is the folded edge of the paper here. I have my first line going down from the folded edge of the paper down, but not quite to the edge of the paper, leaving about a finger space there at the end. And then I'm going the opposite direction, from the open edge of the paper all the way up to the folded edge, again leaving about a finger space, and continuing that all the way down the paper. So draw my line, leave a finger space. Draw my line the other direction, leave a finger space. Draw my line, leave a finger space. Draw my line, leave a finger space. And then I am going to cut down all of my lines. Now that I've got them all cut, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna cut my top edges going across here. I wanna be sure not to cut my two end top edges. So neither of these edges should be cut. Alright, so you can see I cut all of my edges, but my last two edges I don't want to cut. And now I can stretch it out, open it up, and my one sheet of paper has become a very large sheet of paper. My final paper trick today is a pretty fun paper trick that is a kinetic. So I have my hexagon here. So I started out with a sheet of computer paper and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equilateral triangles, all back to back. I printed mine out so that they would be more exact, but you can draw yours out as well. So I'm going to start by cutting out my equilateral triangles. So now that I have my triangles all cut out, I will need to fold them along the line. And I'm going to fold my triangle both directions. I'm going to do this for each of the lines of my triangles. So now I have my triangles really well folded. You might want to go back over those folds one more time to make sure the creases are really sharp. Alright, so I added some color to the paper with colored pencil so that it would be a little bit more fun, and now I'm ready to start putting the paper together. So I'm going to take my outside 3 triangles, 1, 2, 3, and I am going to flip the paper up, and then I'm going to take the other 3 triangles from the other side, 1, 2, 3, and this time instead of flipping up, I'm going to flip under. So over and under, and then I'm just going to crisscross those 2 ends and put a piece of tape here at the top. So now that I've put that piece of tape along the outside edge, I'm ready to use my little flexagon here. And I'm going to start by bending it down. I'm going to open one side, and then it's going to flip. And it may take a little bit of practice at first to get it to rotate smoothly, but as the paper bends more and more, it will be more flexible. And there's my flexagon. Thank you for watching Paper Play Paper Tricks.